When Abraham Lincoln began his presidency in 1861, one of the bitterest opponents was Edwin McMaster's Stanton. Stanton despised Lincoln. Stanton's antipathy for Lincoln dated back to a court case when they were both a part of years before they were young lawyers. Stanton called Lincoln the original guerrilla because of his looks and frontier speech. Stanton believed that the painful imbecility of the Lincoln administration would doom the Union cause and convinced that the rebels would take Washington within a month. 1 year into his presidency, Lincoln was forced to replace the Secretary of War. To the shock of his advisors and cabinet, Lincoln named Edward Stanton to the war post. His inner circle pleaded with the president to reconsider, but Lincoln was firm. Yes, I know Mr. Stanton. I know all the terrible things he has said about me, but I believe he is the best man for the job. So Edward Stanton, a brilliant lawyer and a shrewd strategist, became Lincoln's Secretary of War. Secretary Stanton distinguished himself by his focused and efficient management of the War Department and a more aggressive and effective prosecution of the Union's war effort. 3 years later, with the end of war in sight, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated on Good Friday night in Ford's Theater. Upon hearing the news, Secretary Stanton rushed to the president's side and was with him at his death. Stanton said of the man he so viciously ridiculed, "There lies the greatest ruler of men the world has ever seen. He now belongs to the ages." Lincoln's recognizing Edward Stanton's talents transformed a critic's hatred and criticism into trust and admiration. Christ's teaching today on loving one's enemies challenges us to break the cycle of hatred, fear, and vengeance that often ensnares us and families and communities. St. Augustine preached that there is no greater invitation to love than loving first. In every relationship, in every set of circumstances, the faithful disciple of Jesus seeks to break the destructive rut of hatred and mistrust by taking the first and humbling first step to bridge differences and to affirm the good of those we might vehemently disagree with. That perspective made Abraham Lincoln the great leader that he was, and can make us ministers of reconciliation in the spirit of Jesus.